All right, here go like a tow tutorial right here. All right, look, I had this small little driveway to bag up in, all the way up in, which ain't a problem. I got it, so it ain't really a problem, but that was the difficult part right there. So let me show you something right here. Here go a tip right here. When you bagging into hard corner driveways like this, I had a couple people rip off some toe ends, front bumpers, tow rods. This is where you're going when you bag up and you get to, and you starting to hit the corner real hard. These chains are pull. So people always ask me, like, why do you keep your chain so low to the ground where it's almost scraping the ground? It's because I don't know what corner, what turn, what it look like when I get to the house. So just so I don't have to get out the car to chain it or unchain it to bag it up, I could just do it all at one point once I get out the truck. So that's just a little, that's like a little, keep people like start towing. Always keep the chains long. It's not like a boat. It ain't like you towing like a camper or something. So you don't need the chains that close. And then on a camper, it's like the straps come from right here, so it gives you more leverage when you swing it if the chain's shorter. So, but shit, stuff like this, when a chain is like, when you're doing a tow truck, every corner you be in, the chain get more tense on one side. So I advise people, either if you're gonna bag them to a tight space like I just did, either get out, take the chain, just pull the chains out the box all the way so they touching the ground. Then make your maneuvers to turn. If not, you could just take off the chain, pick up the car, take off the chain, put it back in the box, and then do your turns. But that was just a little tip I was seeing when I turn a corner, and I be seeing people rip off front bumpers and take out the axles, you know what I'm saying? So just keep the chains long. It might look like it's gonna drag the ground, but in the long run, when you actually come to a hard bend, a hard corner, something where they driveway is close to another driveway where you got to make a cut, corner turn, always keep the chains low, because you're just gonna rip out the axle and all the shit or whatever you had it hooked up to under here, and then it's just you're gonna have to pay out of pocket. That tow gonna be free pretty much. So that's just a heads up to people that's towing or that's doing their first tows with the tow truck or whatever. Always keep the chain long, don't keep them short. I keep mine like maybe an inch from the ground. So I hear them scraping sometimes, you know, if I'm hitting a corner, but I'd rather them scrape than I'm hitting a corner or bending a tight corner and then I rip the axle out the car or the ball joint or whatever else I got the chain hooked up to. So I'd rather just, the chain is nothing. Like, even if it is scraped all the way here, this chain, maybe, I want to say for both chains, maybe $100. If I rip off this bumper, we looking at, this a Charger, I'm just saying anything, but this a Charger, we talking $300-400 probably for the front bumper, you know what I'm saying? And we probably talk about $200. Then if you do it with a car that got the sensors on the bumper, now we talking $300-400 for a bumper because it got the sensors in it. Then that's not including all the stuff that you ripped off in the process of pulling all that off. So you would be down probably $1,000 if you make this mistake. So just be wise of that mistake. Just a heads up, you know what I'm saying?